You want big biceps, don't you? In fact, I'm sure you want muscles everywhere. And I'm gonna really just break down to you guys how to actually build muscle effectively. Because I just see a lot of fitness influencers just trying to deceive people by trying to tell them, take this supplement, do this, this, and that, and you'll get muscle, when in fact, it's all a bunch of bullshit. It really breaks down to like a simple formula. Number one, master the protein. So they say to eat around your body weight in protein, but there's a caveat to that. If you're 300 pounds and that's pure fat, you should not be eating 300 grams of protein. I tell people to pretty much, so if you're 300 pounds, I'd say maybe eat around 140 grams of protein, because that's probably how much muscle mass you could have under there. So you want to eat enough protein to repair the muscle that you currently have. So if you're mostly fat, do not eat your body weight in protein, because that'll just be excessive. It's good to kind of eat a little bit more protein compared to other things, because again, you want to repair the muscle, especially if you're going to be training extremely hard. So that is the first thing. And the second thing, guys, is to really dial down the nutrition. You really have to be eating like whole foods, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, Triscuits. There's just so many great carbs and so many great like meat you could have too, like chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, tuna, salmon, and for vegetables like green beans, what else? Tomatoes. There's just so many good whole foods that you just have to include in your diet. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to get a lot of muscle mass just by taking a bunch of supplements or just having protein powder all the time. Although it's good, protein powder can be good. Maybe if you have it as part of one of your meals, but it should not be the majority of your meals. Or those bars that you guys see in the store, they should not be considered your full meals. So most of your food needs to come from whole foods. So master diet aspect, and you want to be in a surplus. And when you're in a surplus, it does not mean you see food and you just eat it. People call that the seafood diet, and I think it's stupid. Because when you're in a surplus, you want to be around 100 to like 200 calories over. Being like 500, 600, that is too much. You do not build muscle that fast. So that means you do not need to be in a crazy surplus. Just 100 calories over is enough to keep you in a surplus. So you're not going to put on a bunch of weight. So when I'm trying to like put on extra muscle, guys, I do not gain like a huge beer gut. I still look very relatively lean. You still see abs and whatnot. I'm just in a slight surplus. There's a tiny bit of fat. So when I have a show, I can just lose the weight pretty quickly. So that's the other thing. The third key thing, guys, is the sleep. You have to get in a stable sleep routine. If you're getting 2 hours of sleep one night, 3 hours of sleep another night, 6 hours, that's not enough, guys. The sleep is so crucial, because if you do not get the right amount of sleep, your muscles are not going to recover. You're not going to grow. So you could be mastering the diet aspect, mastering the diet aspect I mentioned, the protein intake. You could be mastering all that, but if the sleep is down the drain, good luck. You're not going to be building any muscle. So if you guys master those three things consistently for at least 3 to 4 months, you're gonna see some great results, guaranteed. Because that's all it is. It just really boils down to those three things. And one last thing that is important is really just making sure when you're in the gym, you're training the muscle enough, you know? So a good rule of thumb is do 3 sets and then maybe around 8 to 12 reps for the muscle groups, and that should tax it enough. So after the workout, you should feel a slight burn, and just repeat that and increase your weight gradually over time by 5 pounds maybe. And yeah, guys, so those are the main key things when it comes to building muscle. If you keep those things in mind, you're gonna see great results. So that's it, guys. I'm out. Remember, stay natty. Later.